Many entrepreneurs believe their business is one viral video away from a permanent increase in scale. But notice what happens after the spike. Founders often abandon the operations that were actually working to rebuild their strategy around a moment they didn't engineer and can't replicate. This erratic force is misattention, the human face of the algorithm. She demands an endless stream of A/B tested offering, yet she is entirely indifferent to whether your business survives the next quarter. Social media platforms are built on variable reward schedules, the same psychological loops that power slot machines. You never know if your next post will receive 10 likes or 10,000, which creates a specific, addictive dependency on the next hit of reach. If you feel exhausted by this cycle, it is a predictable result of the math. You are participating in a system designed to extract your creative energy to drive advertising revenue for the platforms, not to build your equity. Using these platforms as the primary foundation for a business is the equivalent of building an empire on rented land that is subject to sudden, unexplained seizure. In 1949, economist Benjamin Graham introduced the concept of Mr. Market. He asked investors to imagine a partner who arrives every day with a different price for your share of the business. Some days he is euphoric and overvalues everything. Some days he is in abject despair and offers a pittance. Graham's student, Warren Buffett, accumulated a fortune of over $160 billion by following a simple rule. Mr. Market is there to serve you, not to guide you. He treats market mood swings as noise rather than strategic instructions. This logic applies directly to the digital economy. The algorithm is a manic-depressive entity. Your goal is to use her temporary approval to serve your business, rather than letting her mood dictate your underlying strategy. Algorithmic validation is often temporary and can be structurally dangerous. In the natural world, a female praying mantis consumes the male immediately after mating. In business, this is the kiss of death, where a moment of peak attention is followed by a total collapse. Consider the case of Vine. It reached 200 million active users and dominated the cultural conversation. However, the platform lacked the infrastructure to convert those billions of video loops into actual revenue for its creators. When top creators demanded a revenue-sharing model and were refused, they left the platform. Vine was hemorrhaging $10 million a month in operating costs with zero revenue. Twitter shut it down in 2016, and the 200 million users vanished overnight. Even record-breaking virality has modest direct returns. When Psy's Gangnam Style reached 2 billion views, the direct ad revenue was roughly $8 million. For a global artist with that level of overhead, a single mid-market software contract often carries more commercial value. Virality produces traffic, but without a conversion mechanism, it is a liability. There is a massive difference between looking successful and being profitable. To audit your own efforts, we can adapt the BCG growth share matrix to content. We plot every post against two variables, its ability to generate engagement and its ability to generate revenue. This reveals 4 distinct quadrants. High engagement with low conversion creates a catch-22. This is the viral content trap. It brings in thousands of strangers who have no relationship with your product, forcing you to produce more extreme content just to maintain traffic that isn't paying bills. The most valuable quadrant contains the evergreens. These deep dive tutorials, case studies, and guides rarely trend and often have low engagement. However, they answer the specific, urgent questions of your highest intent buyers. The math of durability is clear. A TikTok post has a relevance half-life of 0 minutes. A hosted blog post maintains its engagement for nearly 2 years. This is why evergreen assets deliver a 400% higher return on investment than viral content. Replacing algorithmic guesswork requires a focus on direct response marketing. The primary framework for this is the customer ikigai. This maps the 4 forces that actually drive a purchase: your customers' passions, the problems they need to solve, the places they congregate, and their existing perceptions. Content built at this intersection doesn't need to go viral to be effective. Contrast this with the BuzzFeed model. They attempted to manufacture viral growth through platform arbitrage. When the algorithms shifted and the traffic manufacturing operations slowed, the underlying business model collapsed because it wasn't built on durable customer intent. HubSpot took the opposite path, building a $20 billion empire without a single major viral moment. They focused exclusively on a library of evergreen content that answered the permanent, high-intent questions of their audience. The data shows that organic visitors searching for a specific answer convert at 8.5 times the rate of outbound leads. They arrive because they are looking for a solution, not because they were interrupted by an algorithmic recommendation. If a post does earn misattention's favor, you must extract that value immediately. Capture the email addresses and move those visitors into a controlled ecosystem. Once the viral moment passes, you return your focus to the evergreens. Stop feeding the algorithmic machine and start building a library of permanent assets. When your growth is rooted in solving specific human problems, you no longer require the algorithm's permission to scale.